Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a hot, humid afternoon for high school softball as two teams who weren't on each other's schedule to begin the season will meet tonight in the regular season finale for both squads. The Epworth Western Dubuque Bobcats are 14-19 on the year. Decorah is 13-16, and these two teams will play in a varsity doubleheader tonight as both teams will open up tournament play on Thursday night. I'm Darren Swenson from the Decorah Softball Diamond tonight. The Vikings have won 10 out of their last 15 games, and they're coming off a win last Wednesday night in their last game down at Southwind behind a good pitching performance from Tori Hartman. Lexi Shelton will get the ball in game one of this doubleheader. The Western Dubuque lineup is Zoe Weber, the catcher, Abby Myers at third, Ashley Botsforth in left, Jesse White in right, Marissa Kleesner in center, Abby Kirprick, the DP, Allison Schmidt at first, Molly Lembezetter, the pitcher, Reagan Hafler at second, and Paige Kirprick is the shortstop. Kerry Griffith will call the balls and strike. Randy Morris working the base pass as we're about ready to get things underway on a hot, humid, sunny night in Decorah. We get going at 4:56, and the first pitch taken low by Zoe Weber. 1 ball, no strikes. Weber, the junior catcher for the Bobcats, will take one on the inside edge for a strike. It is 1-1. Lexi ready in the pitch, swung on a pop-up foul, right side and out of play. It is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Weber. The leading hitter for this Bobcat squad at .370 with 12 doubles, 1 triple, 3 home runs, and 18 RBI. 1-2 delivery drops low for 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lexi making her 18th start of the year. She's 6-9 with a 4.14 ERA. Opponents, though, only hitting .223 against her. 2-2 outside for 3 balls, 2 strikes. 110 innings, 124 hits, 65 earned runs, 59 walks, and 84 strikeouts. And the payoff pitch, ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. So Zoe Weber gets a single to center to start the game for Western Dubuque. Runner at first, nobody out, no score, top of the first inning. And Abby Myers to the plate for Western Dubuque. Myers at .340. Runner goes, bunt, third base side, bobbled there by Everson, and everyone's going to be safe. So an E5 will allow Myers to reach, and the Bobcats in business, first and second, nobody out here in the first inning. And Ashley Botsforth will come to the plate. She's hitting .324 with 12 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 16 RBI. First and second, nobody out here in the first inning, and the pitch in there for a strike from Shelton, 0-1. Lindsey Smith in left, Tori Hartman in center, Chelsea Twait in right for Decorah. Jenna Iverson at third, Peyton Jurlett at short, second Maria Hoyme at first base is Cassie Hoyme, and the pitch sails high, and the runner on a delayed steal. They throw behind the runner at second. The runner will go to third, and backing up her is Myers going to second on the delayed steal. So a double steal for Western Dubuque, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Botsforth, who now will bat with 2 runners in scoring position. 1-1 delivery, rises high. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Western Dubuque 14-19 coming in, Decorah 13-16, so a couple of teams with similar records starting this one here tonight. The 2-1 delivery rises high from Lexi, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Despite being relatively close 4A competition teams, neither of these teams have had similar opponents this year. The pitch goes high, it's ball 4. So Botsforth draws the walk, so a single, an error, and a walk have loaded the bases with nobody out here in the top of the first inning of a scoreless game. And the cleanup hitter, Jesse White, will come to the plate, hitting .313, 10 doubles, no triples, 3 home runs, and 28 RBI. And here's a ground ball towards third. Iverson can't pick it up. It's picked up on the bag, though, by Jurlid. She'll get the force there. A run will score. And it's 1-0 Western Dubuque as Myers is forced at third. as Peyton Drillid, the shortstop, picked it up right on the bag just ahead of Myers. And there's one down here in the inning with Botsford moving to second and White moving to first. And the batter will be Marissa Kleesner as she'll look at the first one high. 1 ball, no strikes. First and second, 1 down, 1 in. First inning of a 1-0 ball game. Western Dubuque on top. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.net. As that one hammered towards short, it's dropped there by Jurlid. An underhand toss, though, to third, and Iverson will get the lead runner. So Botsford retired as Jurlid unable to catch it in the air, but Botsford was caught in a no-win situation as she had to wait to see if the line drive would go through. It was a relatively easy force out as pitch goes high. It's 1 ball, no strikes on Abby Kerprick. Abby, the sophomore, at .325, 6 doubles, no triples, 1 home run, and 12 RBI. The pitch swung on a ground ball to the left side, picked up there by Everson. Sidearm toss over to first base, and Kerprick retired 5-3. And out of all that, the Vikes only get 1. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 runners left. The Vikes only give up 1, we should say. 1/2 inning complete. Bobcats 1, and Decorah coming to bat, and the Vikings will bat this way. Leading off in center field will be Tori Hartman. Batting second in left field, Lindsey Smith. Hitting third, the right fielder, Chelsea Twait. Batting fourth, the pitcher, Lexi Shelton. Hitting fifth at second base is Maria Hoyme. Hitting sixth, the catcher, Shelby Stahlberger. Hitting seventh at first base, Cassie Hoyme. Hitting eighth at third base is Jenna Iverson. And batting ninth, the DP, Becca Alcock. And Peyton Jurlid plays short for the Vikings tonight. Molly Lembezetter is getting the start for Western Dubuque, her 18th start. She's appeared, though, in virtually every game for Western Dubuque. She's 9-11 with 3.72 ERA. Opponents hitting .298 against her, 120 in the third innings, 164 hits.
Leading off for the Vikings center field,
64 earned runs, 54 walks, and 64 strikeouts on the season. As Tori Hartman will bat to lead things off. Hartman at .314, 2 doubles, 3 triples, 1 home run, and 14 RBI on the campaign. First pitch to Tori is inside. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Hot, humid night. Definitely the warmest night we've had weather-wise all season long. 1-0 ground ball off the glove of the pitcher, picked up at third base by Mayers, throws to first base, and Hartman retired on a bang-bang play. 1 down here in the first inning. A 1-5-3 put-out takes care of Hartman, and Lindsey Smith will bat. Smith has hit safely in 12 of her last 14 games and 18 of the 25 she has played in this year. The pitch goes outside. 1 ball, no strike. She's Decorah's leading hitter with a .329 average. 3 doubles, no triples, no home runs, 8 RBIs. 1-0 Bobcats, bottom of the first. And there's a strike to Lindsey, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Lembezetter ready in the 1-1 delivery. The pitch dropped low. A check swing down to first base, and Randy Morris says no. Still working on that super soaker for Randy in between innings that he requested. It was Mr. Riley's idea. Got to give him credit for that. Pitch inside corner for a strike, and it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes on Lindsey Smith. 2-2 the count. And the pitch swung on, looped towards the middle infield. Is picked up there by Hafler. Throws on to first base to retire Smith, and 2 down here in the first inning. So a couple of ground balls has gotten rid of the first 2 Viking hitters here in the first. A 1-0 lead for Western Dubuque and Chelsea Twait will bat a .301 average with 3 doubles, no triples, 6 home runs, and 19 RBI. The 6 home runs ended up tied for the league lead. The pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1 on Chelsea Twait. The ball's 1 strike, and the 0-1 delivery swung on and a ground ball foul towards the third base side, and Coach Olson is no balls and 2 strikes to count. Vikings getting into tournament play on Thursday night. They will play at Charles City, a team they beat 2 out of 3 on the regular season. The 0-2 delivery just missed the outside edge, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Twait. They win that, they'll play Saturday night at Waverly Shellrock. The regional final a week from tomorrow night at Iowa Falls. 1-2, swinging a foul straight back and out of play. So we'll do it again at 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes and the pitch. Changeup taken low. So the deuce is now wild on Decorah's 3-hole hitter, Chelsea Twait. 2-2 the count. Lembesetter ready, the 2-2 delivery outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Bobcats had the bases loaded and nobody out in the first inning, only managed 1 run. Vikes had to be considered fortunate in that case as the next pitch drops low for ball 4. So Twait at first with 2 down. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Lexi Shelton stands in, a .293 hitter with 10 doubles, no triples, 1 home run, and 17 RBIs. That one smacked towards left, over the head of the left fielder Botsworth, and against the fence. Rounding third, coming to the plate is Twait. The throw there is not in time. Lexi tries to get to third. The throw is into left field. Lexi now coming to the plate. The throw to the plate is not in time, and it's a 2-1 lead for Decorah. So Shelton will get a double, and she'll score on the throwing error by Zoe Weber, the catcher. A double and an RBI for Lexi to score Twait in front of her in a 2-1 lead for the Vikings. And Maria Hoyme will look to keep the fun going here in the bottom of the first inning. Lexi with her 11th double and her 18th RBI. Lexi was 9 for her last 22 going into that at-bat as Maria Hoyme looks at a strike, 0-1. She's now hit safely in 6 of her last 7 games, 10 for 23, 5 doubles, and 8 RBIs. As that one looped towards second, it's caught in the air by Paige Hafler, and that's that for the first inning. But the Vikes score 2 on 1 hit, helped out by 1 error, and don't leave anybody on. They head to the top of the second inning. It's a 2-1 lead for Decorah. Top of the second inning we go. Both teams score in that first inning as Decorah takes a 2-1 lead. Decorah has now scored in the first inning in 5 of their last 6 ball games. They did it in 2-out fashion in that first inning as well as Allison Schmidt, Molly Lembesetter, and Reagan Hayden or Hafler will come to the plate for the Bobcats here in inning number 2. Shelton loaded the bases in that first inning, but only ended up giving up 1 run. As Allison Schmidt will come to the plate. 192, 4 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 9 RBI. The pitch is taken low. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Shelton ready again. And the 1-0. Swinging a foul at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Up here in the booth, we got the Hellwig family as usual. Also got Jennifer Bissell and offered her a chance to trade positions. Me take photos. She do the play-by-play. Politely turned me down. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 delivery swung on, popped up straight back and out of play. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Of course, fans in this area would wonder why the photographs were well below par and the play-by-play was well above par in that case. So I understand where you're coming from there, Jennifer. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Lexi took a little something off and got Schmidt out in front. 1 down here in the second inning. 1 down, nobody on. And Molly Limbazetter to the plate, hitting 182, 1 double, no triples, no home runs, and 8 RBI. The pitch at the letters, and for a strike, it is 1 strike to nothing to Limbazetter, as Shelton and the Decorah defense trying to keep the momentum that Lexi's bat gave Decorah in that first inning. His pitch in there for a strike. It is no balls and 2 strikes. That's 3 of the last 4 games that Shelton has had a first inning RBI. The 0-2 delivery outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Vikes have been getting off to good starts, scoring in that first inning in 5 of the last 6. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count from Shelton to Limbazetter, and the pitch swinging a foul right side and out of play. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes yet on Lexi Shelton, or from Lexi Shelton to Molly Limbazetter. Pitch swung on, hit hard towards second, but through the legs of Hoyme and into right field. So Decorah's second error of the night will allow Limbazetter to reach first base. And a courtesy runner coming in for the Bobcats, that will be Allie Tyson. Tyson at first, and 1 down, and Reagan Hafler to the plate. 329 with no extra base hits and 4 RBI. Hafler, the slap hitter, as that one hops into Stahlberger, the catcher. 1 ball, no strikes. Slap hitting defense has Cassie back at first, Peyton back at short. Iverson and Maria Hoyme charging from second and third as the slap bunt attempt is rolled up the third base side foul. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 the count with 1 on, 1 out. Second inning, a 2-1 lead for Decorah. 1-1 from Shelton, bunted up the third base side. Iverson picks it up, sidearm toss over to first base, and Hoyme, sacrifice complete, 1-3. So Hafler retired on the sacrifice. Tyson, the courtesy runner, moves up to second. Now the top of the order, and Zoe Weber will come to the plate. Weber singled and scored in that first inning. 2-1 the lead for Decorah here in the top of the second on a hot night in D-Town. Shelton's first offering. Inside corner for a strike. Nice movement on that one from Lex. It's no balls, 1 strike. Nothing in 1, and the pitch well high. Leaping grab made by Shelby Stahlberger behind the plate, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Tyson, the runner at second. The 1-1 swung on a fly ball left center field and deep, but retreating is Tori Hartman. She's under it, and she makes the catch to retire the side. 1 error and 1 left. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. It is Decorah leading Western Dubuque by a 2-1 margin. Shelby Stahlberger will start things here in the second inning, taking the first one low from Limbazetter. 1 ball, no strike. Shelby at 313. A double, no triples, no home runs, and 10 RBIs. Ground ball toward short, picked up there by Kerpurik, and she'll throw on to first base to retire Stahlberger. 1 down here in the second inning. Shelby coming in with a 7-game hit streak for the Vikings. 1 down, nobody on for the hot-hitting Cassie Hoyme. She has really turned it around after struggling for the majority of the season. She's hit safely in 5 of her last 6 games. Pitch taken high, 1 ball, no strikes. She's 9 for 19 in that time with 4 doubles and 7 RBI. The 1-0 taken low. It is 2 balls, no strikes. She's getting back to swinging it the way she did last year when she was a key cog on that co-conference championship team. She's up to 227, 4 doubles, 1 triple, no home runs, and 9 RBIs. Pitch in there for a strike to Cassie, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 Decorah as we play the bottom of the second inning in this non-conference varsity doubleheader tonight to end the regular season. The pitch taken high. It is 3 balls and 1 strike now. Three and 1 with 1 down. The 3-1 delivery, swing and a miss. A good drop ball from Hoyme, and it's 3-2 now. With Jenna Iverson to follow here in the bottom of the second inning. 2-1 Decorah leads it. The 3-2 delivery, swing and a pop-up third base side, and it's dropped over there near the concession stand in foul territory by Mr. Adam Riley. He brags about what a great catcher he was back in the day. Obviously, those skills have eroded. The 3-2 delivery, swing and a foul back. And as Jesse Hallwig, the good coach that he is, points out, a fundamentally flawed attempt by Riley as well, going one hand instead of 2. Come on, Riley, you're better than that. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down. The pitch, swing and a miss. First strikeout for Lembesetter, and there's 2 down here in the second inning. 2 down, nobody on for Jenna Iverson at 228, 5 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs, and 18 RBI. Jenna 6 for her last 20 as well, so she's turned things around with the stick. And she's out in front of a changeup, swinging and missing, no balls and 1 strike. In that time, she has 3 doubles and 3 RBI. The pitch swung on, sprayed towards center field, but after it is the center fielder Kleesner, and she will make the catch to retire the side. So the Vikes go down in order. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the top half of the third inning. It is 2-1, Decorah leading Western Dubuque. Top of the third inning we go. It's 2-1 lead for Decorah. First of a conference or a non-conference doubleheader tonight as Decorah takes on Western Dubuque. These two teams were not on each other's schedule to start the year, but they both lost a few games during the course of the campaign, and here they are playing tonight. Both teams will open up tournament play on Thursday night. Abby Myers reached on an error, trying to sacrifice the runner-up in that first inning, and the pitch taken outside. It is 1 ball, no strikes from Lexi Shelton, who's given up 1 hit, 1 unearned run, walked 1, and struck out 1 through her first 2 innings. The pitch, ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit, a solid single for Abby Myers. And for the second time in 3 frames, the Bobcats get their leadoff runner on. A runner at first and nobody out for Ashley Botsforth. She walked in the first inning. Bobcats had the bases loaded, nobody out in that inning. The only RBI was on a Jesse White RBI fielder's choice that scored Zoe Weber. White got her 29th RBI of the season. Pitch swung on and missed. Runner goes throw down to second base, and she overslid the bag, and she is out. Myers got a heck of a jump that time. She tried to slide to the outside of the bag and ended up oversliding the bag. And Maria Hoyme there to place the tag on her. And an 0-1 count now on Botsforth. And 1 down here in the inning as that one looped right back to Shelton. She makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So a leadoff single quickly erased. And now Jesse White will bat with 2 down and nobody on. Here in the first inning, or the third inning, of a 2-1 lead for Decorah. On Western Dubuque. The pitch out of the zone, 1 ball, no strikes. As I feverishly look for a leaded pencil with some actual lead in it. It's actually 0-1, my bad. Pitch in there for a strike. It is 0-2. When you're not looking at the field, you probably shouldn't call what the pitch is. Unless Jesse Hallwig is just messing with me here. 0-2, ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. So Jesse White gets 2-out single here in the third inning. And the caught stealing from earlier this inning now looms larger, as the Bobcats try to get a 2-out rally going. And Marissa Kleesner, who reached out a fielder's choice in the first inning, will bat. 2-1 Decorah here in the third. Kleesner looks at the first one high. 1 ball, no strikes. Shelton ready, 1-0. Swung on, popped up, shallow right field. Coming in is Chelsea Twite. She can't quite get there as she tried to snow cone it. Runner tries to get to third and makes it. So back-to-back 2-out singles have put the Bobcats in business here in the third inning. And Abby Kerprick will try to take advantage. First and third, 2 outs here in the third. Kerprick grounded to third in the first, 0-for-1. A 2-1 lead for Decorah as we play the top half of the third inning. Kerprick squaring to bunt, taking the pitch high. Taking off from first is Kleesner, and she'll take second uncontested. So it is 1 ball and no strikes. Bobcats now out hitting the Vikings 4-1. Next pitch taken high. It is 2 balls and no strikes on Kerprick. (2-0). Changeup taken outside. It's 3 balls and no strikes to count now. Shelton ready, 3-0. There's a strike as Kerprick taking all the way. It's 3 balls and 1 strike count. Shelton ready. The 3-1 offering, rise ball high, and Kerprick will move down to what was a vacant first base. And now the base is loaded with 2 down, and Allison Schmidt, who struck out in the second, will bat. Decorah leading 2-1 here in the top half of the third inning. All the base runners have come with 2 outs. A caught stealing earlier this frame, looming large as the pitch goes outside. It is 1 ball, no strikes to Allison Schmidt. (1-0). That one dropped low for 2 balls and no strikes now. Bobcats trying to tie this thing up. 2 balls, no strikes. Shelton ready in the pitch. Swung on, popped up third base side. Iverson coming over, but lands along the fence. Right in front of the third base Decorah dugout. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Shelton trying to battle back here. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 down, and the base is loaded. Lexi ready in the pitch. Swung on, popped up third base side. Iverson in foul ground will make the catch right in front of the Decorah dugout. And that's that for the third inning. 3 hits and 3 runners left. The Bobcats have left 6 through 3. At the end of 2.5, it is 2-1 Decorah. Bottom of the third inning we go. It's a 2-1 lead for Decorah. Becca Elcock will lead things off here in the third inning. Becca at 171 with a triple and 6 RBIs, but she's been swinging a better bat as of late. The natural lefty swings the first one, loops one up the first base side. It's in fair territory and rolls into right field, so Becca a leadoff single here in the third inning. Only the second hit for the Vikings. The other was the double from Lexi Shelton back in the third. And now the top of the order, and Tori Hartman will bat. She grounded out to third her first time up, 0-for-1. 2-1 Decorah here in the bottom of the third. Lembezetter delivers, and the first offering well high. 1 ball, no strikes. Bobcats got their run on an RBI fielder's choice off the bat of Jesse White to score Zoe Weber in that first inning. As that one hammered towards left field, but making a running catch in left is Botsford. And 1 down here in the third inning. I tell you what.
Now batting number 12, left fielder Lindsey Smith.
I tell you what, most of Tori Hardman's outs lately have been pretty hard-hit balls. She keeps swinging the way she does, and her average is still pretty good. She keeps swinging that way. Good things are going to happen as that one rolled in there as it slipped out of the hands of Lembezetter. 1 ball, no strikes on Lindsey Smith, who grounded to second in the first, 0 for 1. Decorah 2. Western Dubuque 1. We play the bottom half of the third inning. 1-0 delivery is taken up for 2 balls and no strikes. Pikes got their runs on an RBI double by Lexi Shelton in the first inning to score Twait. The 2-0 outside corner for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. As the throw went home, Lexi tried to go to third. The catcher, Zoe Weber, threw it into left field, so Lexi ended up circling the bases. 2-1, the count, and the pitch bunted right in front of the plate, and did that hit her in fair territory? It did. And Alcock, I believe, will be forced to head back to first base as Terry Olson asking for an appeal with Randy Morris, the base umpire. From here, I did think that the ball did touch Lindsay in fair territory, and the batter will be out. And I believe Becca needs to head back to first base, and she does. So that'll be the second out of the inning. You got to give the put out to the catcher because she was the nearest fielder in that situation. She was retired by being hit by the batted ball. So 2 down and a runner at first, and Chelsea Twait will bat. Walked and scored in the first inning. And a changeup is taken low. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-1 the score. Decorah on top. We play the bottom of the third. Summer has officially arrived based on the temperature tonight. Runner takes off, pitch taken low, throw down to second, not in time. So a stolen base for Becca Alcock, which is her second of the season. So Twait now bats with a 2-0 count. And a runner in scoring position. Twait is the RBI leader on this squad as that one popped towards third base. It's caught there by Abby Myers, and that's that for the third inning. A leadoff single, but nothing else. We head to the bottom half, or the top half of the fourth inning, I should say. It's Decorah leading Western Dubuque by a 2-1 margin. Top of the fourth inning we go. It's a 2-1 lead for Decorah. Tomorrow night we will be on the air with high school baseball as Decorah will take on Southwind from Kilmer. Should be a pretty good matchup between the team that finished second in the Upper Iowa Conference and the team that finished third in the Northeast Iowa Conference. That's a rain-out makeup from back in May. And we'll have it for you at 7:20 tomorrow night on AM 1240 KDEC and at KDECradio.net. Then Wednesday night we will have Decorah baseball at Waterloo West, 6:50 pregame for that one. And then Thursday night, the second season begins as the postseason begins for Decorah and Gerald City in softball. That'll be Thursday night at 6:50 right here on AM 1240 KDEC and at KDECradio.net. And Molly Lembezetter will take a strike to start things out here in the fourth inning. No balls, one strike. She reached on an error in the second inning. A 2-1 lead for Decorah as we play the fourth. Ground ball towards short, and it's bobbled there by Peyton Jurlett, and everyone's going to be safe. So that's the third error of the night for Decorah. So runner at first and nobody out. And Allie Tyson will courtesy run for Lembezetter at first base, and Reagan Hafler will come to the plate. She sacrificed a runner-up in the second inning. So no official at-bat for her. Pitch bunted through on a slap bunt attempt by Hafler. And it's no balls and one strike. Oh, 1 sails outside on a riser, a high and away. It is 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Shelton ready, 1-1. Bunted, first base side. Charging there is Maria Hoyme, throws to first base, and beating it out is Hafler. So a bunt single for Hafler, an error and a bunt single has made it first and second with nobody out for the top of the order, and Zoe Weber. 2-1 Decorah here in the fourth. Weber singled and scored in the first and fly to center. In the second inning, and she'll look at a strike, nothing in one. Oh, 1 delivery. That one taken high. It is 1 ball, 1 strike on Zoe Weber. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 delivery bunted back towards the circle. Charging is Shelton. She'll throw a strike to Cassie Hoyme at first base. Sacrifice complete, 1-3. So moving up to third is Tyson. Moving down to second is Hafler. And Abby Myers will bat with second and third and 1 down here in the fourth inning. Vikes clinging to a 2-1 lead. Botsford walked in the first and looped back to the pitcher in the third. Fly ball left field. Charging is Lindsey Smith. She makes a running grab in foul territory for a big second out. She made that grab just beyond the infield dirt in foul territory. So the runner at third, Tyson, had no realistic chance of taking off and tagging up. So a big out there, 2 down, runners at second and third, and Ashley Botsford will come to the plate. She walked in the first and looped back to the pitcher in the third. The pitch taken high. It's 1 ball, no strikes. I was incorrect on Meyer. She had actually reached on an error and singled prior to that at bat. The pitch swung on, fly ball, right center field. After it is Tori Hartman. She dives, she can't get there. Scoring is Tyson, scoring is Hafler. An RBI 2-out double by Ashley Botsford, and Western Dubuque has taken a 3-2 lead. Couple of unearned runs for Western Dubuque, but they count on the board as Botsford becomes the first Bobcat to get a big hit tonight. A 2-out, 2-run double. Botsford with her 13th double in RBI, 17 and 18 on the year. The Bobcats take a 3-2 lead, and a foul ball off the bat of Jesse White. No balls, 1 strike. White, an RBI fielder's choice in the first, and a single to center in the third inning. 0-1, swing and a miss. It is no balls, 2 strikes now on Jesse White. Bobcats have left 6 runners on through the first 3 innings, but Botsford making sure they didn't leave multiple runners on before something happened this frame. Ground ball to short and Peyton Jurlid, and a throw out to first base retires White in the side here in the fourth inning. But Western Dubuque scores 2 on 2 hits, 1 error and 1 left halfway home in game 1 of this conference double or non-conference doubleheader. It is a 3-2 lead for Western Dubuque. Lexi Shelton will lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth inning as the Vikings trail it now 3-2. Lexi Shelton doubled, knocked in a run, scored herself in the same at bat back in the first inning, and has a changeup taken inside. 1 ball, no strikes. So one of only 2 hits that Molly Lembezetter has given up as the changeup taken for a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to count now. One. Changeup taken low. It's 1 ball, or 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one. Swung on in a pop-up third base side foul territory. Abby Myers in front of the Decorah dugout in foul territory will make the catch, and 1 down here in the fourth inning. So Lembezetter has set down 8 of her last 9, and Maria Hoyme will come to the plate. Popped to second in the first, 0 for 1. Pitch taken high, 1 ball, no strikes. 3-2 Western Dubuque here in the bottom of the fourth inning. One-0. Swing and a miss at a hard drop ball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1. Swing and a pop-up foul, right side and out of play, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Lembezetter. Or from Lembezetter to Hoyme. Done a pretty good job of keeping the Vikes bats at bay. She's only walked 1, giving up 2 hits. And the pitch blown inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and her defense has played very well behind her. There has not been an error on a batted ball yet to this point in the game. 2-2 delivery. That one drops low, so we're all the way out to 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 Western Dubuque as we play the bottom of the fourth inning. 3-2. Swung on a ground ball towards third. Myers there to make the play. Fires across the diamond to retire Hoyme. And there's 2 down here in the fourth inning. So 2 down. Nobody on. 3-2 Bobcats, bottom of the fourth. And Shelby Stahlberger to the plate. Grounded to short in the second, 0 for 1. Changeup taken high, 1 ball, no strikes. Ashley Botsforth gave the Bobcats the lead in the top half of the fourth inning on a 2-run, 2-out double. 1-0 delivery, swung on a ground ball towards third, fielded at third by Myers, throws across the diamond to retire Stahlberger, and the side is out, 3 up, 3 down. Second time in 4 frames, the Vikes have gone down in order, and at the end of 4, it's Western Dubuque 3 and Decorah 2. By the way, every time the Viking baseball or softball team scores in the 6th inning or beyond, or leads in the 6th inning and beyond and scores another run, it's an A&J Petersburg insurance run every time that happens. The A&J Petersburg Agency, insurance and real estate since 1932, donates $20 to the Decorah Viking Athletic Booster Club. Marissa Kleesner will bat to lead things off here in the 5th inning. A 3-2 lead for Western Dubuque. Kleesner hitting into a force play in the 1st, single to right in the 3rd, swings and misses at the 1st offering of the 5th, no balls, 1 strike. Shelton's given up 6 hits, 3 runs, all unearned to this point, as the pitch swung on, fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes to count on Kleesner. 2 walks and 1 strikeout given up by Shelton to this point. Oh, 2 delivery, ground ball to the left side, knocked down there by Iverson. That's all she'll do with it, and that's the 4th error for Decorah. Couple for Iverson, 1 for Jerlid, and 1 for Maria Hoyme to this point. And Abby Kirprick will come to the plate. Runner at first, nobody out, 5th inning. A 3-2 lead for Western Dubuque. Kirprick is 0 for 1 with a walk. Fly ball, center field. Underneath it is Tori Hartman. She will make the catch in shallow center for the first out here in the 5th inning. So 1 on, 1 out for Allison Schmidt. 3-2 Western Dubuque here in the 5th. Schmidt struck out in the 2nd and fouled to 3rd in the 3rd. The pitch taken inside, runner goes through it out to second base, not in time. Kleesner with the steal of 2nd, and Schmidt now will bat with a runner in scoring position and 1 down. Kleesner with steal number 15 on the season. Schmidt with a 1-0 count. The pitch taken low. It is 2 balls and no strikes to count. Two-0, and Lexi Reddy, the 2-0, swung on, loop down the left field line. That will be just foul. Just to the left of the chalk, just onto the outfield grass. It is 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Shelton gets the new softball. The 2-1 delivery swung on, fly ball, left field. Underneath it is Lindsey Smith. She will make the catch in medium to deep left for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 down and a runner at 2nd. And Molly Lembezetter will come to the plate. Lembezetter has reached on a couple of errors. One in the 2nd and 1 in the 4th. This pitch taken low. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Her courtesy runner scored what was the tying run in the 4th inning. Hafler followed her to the plate with the go-ahead run out the bat of Ashley Botsworth, as the pitch is in there for a strike. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 the count. The pitch hammered center field, base hit, rounding 3rd. Coming to the plate is Kleesner, and she will score to make it a 4-2 ball game as Lebeseder gets the 2-out RBI single. 3 of the 4 runs that Western Dubuque has scored have come with 2 outs. None of them have been earned. Lebeseder with their 9th RBI of the season, helping out her own cause. Adding to a disappointing total of 32% of the runs Decorah has given up this year have been unearned. Runner at first, 2 down. One in, fifth inning, a 4-2 lead for Western Dubuque. And a slap bunt attempt by Hafler, fielded by Shelton. She'll throw over to first base to retire Hafler, and that's that for the fifth inning. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning, and a 4-2 lead for Western Dubuque. Cassie Hoyme will start things here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Western Dubuque with a 4-2 lead. Molly Lebeseder is giving up only 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, walked 1, and struck out 1 to this point, and the Bobcats have only committed 1 error to this point as well. Cassie Hoyme was the strikeout victim back in the second inning. And she'll look at the first one low, 1 ball, no strikes. Cassie, though, is 9 for her last 20, heating it up and swinging the bat like she did last year. Struggled for most of the season, but getting hot at the right time of year as that one fielded at short and only knocked down by Kerprick. And it'll be a base hit for Hoyme on a hard hit ball to the left side. Kerprick fielded on 1 hop with a totally clean pickup. Might have had a chance at Hoyme, but didn't happen, as Riley Hubka will run for Cassie Hoyme at first base. And Jenna Iverson will bat. She flew out deep to center in the second inning on a hard hit ball. 0 for 1. The hit for Hoyme was the third of the night against Lebeseder. Changes being reported. Kerry Griffith takes his time to make sure home plate is clean. And we're back ready to play softball. A couple of extra moments in the sun as Iverson bunts third base side and ends up foul. Picked up in foul ground to the left of the chalk up the third base side by the catcher Zoe Weber. It's no balls and 1 strike. Iverson representing the tying run. 4-2 Bobcats, bottom of the fifth. The pitch swung on, popped up, foul. Third base side, not a play. So Jenna now trailing in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. The hit from Hoyme, Decorah's only second base runner since the first inning. Only their 4th all night as a riser taken high. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jenna Iverson. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 delivery rolls in there. Low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Two and 2. Nobody out and a runner at first. Lebeseder delivers and the pitch swung on, and did she foul it off? She did not. It's a swing and a miss. Iverson cannot advance to first base because there was less than 2 outs and first base was occupied, but Hubka does advance on the wild pitch, and it ends up being a strikeout from Iverson. And Becca Alcock will bat. She singled to right her first time up. First pitch low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Hubka at second, 1 down. Bottom of the fifth inning. It's a 4-2 lead for Western Dubuque. Pitch outside, 2 balls, no strikes on Alcock with the top of the order and Tori Hardman on deck. A 4-2 lead for Western Dubuque. Lebeseder ready. Alcock bunts right in front of the plate. Barehand pickup by Weber. No one was covering first. Becca's going to get a bunt single. Hafler was late coming over the bag. Moving up to third was Hubka on the plate. Tying run on the base pass here for Decorah. And Tori Hartman will come to the plate. Grounded to third in the first. Fly to left in the third. And she'll bat here in the fifth inning of a 4-2 lead for Western Dubuque. Vikes have gotten this situation without getting the ball out of the infield. The pitch taken high. Runner goes. Throw down to second base is cut off in the middle of the infield. So Alcock will take second base. It's a 1-0 count on Hartman. And now the tying run into scoring position for Decorah. One-0 delivery from Lebeseder. A changeup taken on the inside edge for a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Hartman. Hartman hit it well in her last at bat, but it was right at Botsfirth out and left. Here's a ground ball to the left side, picked up at short by Kerprick, goes to the plate, tags out Hubka, and the second out of the inning recorded. Hubka was going on contact. Kerprick picked it up, and it was pretty easy out at the plate. With Alcock moving up to third and Hartman at first, and Lindsey Smith now will bat. 4-2 Western Dubuque, bottom of the 5th inning. Smith grounded to second in the first and was out as a bunt attempt hit her in fair territory in her last at bat in the third. She'll look at the first one low, 1 ball, no strikes. Want to know the count and the pitch. Hartman takes off, pitch taken high, throw down to second base is cut off by Hafler in the middle of the infield. So Hartman will take second. And Smith now will bat with 2 runners in scoring position. The Vikes got their 2 runs in the first inning with 2 outs. Smith trying to repeat that trend. Here's a wild pitch coming down the line from third is Alcock. She will score. It's a 4-3 ball game. Alcock scores on the wild pitch. Hartman to third. Lindsey now with a 3-0 count on her. Lebeseder ready, and the pitch taken all the way, and taking for a strike is Smith. It's 3-1. Three-one delivery outside for ball 4. So now the go-ahead run on base for Decorah is Chelsea Twait will bat. First and third with 2 down here in the 5th inning. Twait walked in the first, popped to third in the third. She also scored after walking in the first inning. First and third with 2 down. Lebeseder delivers, pitch taking a strike, throw down to second base, and Lindsey Smith is out at second. Smith caught stealing at second base. Coach Olson is going to argue the call, but likely to no avail. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We head to the 6th inning. It is a 4-3 lead for Western Dubuque. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah. First game of a non-conference doubleheader. A 4-3 lead for Western Dubuque. Zoe Weber, the top of the order, will look for some insurance for the Bobcats here as the pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Western Dubuque took a 1-0 lead in the first inning on a Marissa Kleesner, or a Jesse White RBI fielder's choice to score Zoe Weber. Pitch outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Vikes got 2 in the first inning, an RBI double by Shelton. Scored Twait. Shelton tried to go to third as the ball went home as the pitch taken up. It is 2 balls and 1 strike on Zoe Weber. The throw was wild and into left field, so Shelton scored on that play, and that made it 2-1. Here's ground ball wide of third and foul. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Western Dubuque got 2 runs in the 4th inning on a 2-run double by Ashley Botsfirth. Added another in the 5th inning. Molly Lebeseder, an RBI single to score Marissa Kleesner. Vikes got 1 more in the 5th inning on a wild pitch that scored Becca Alcock. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count, and the pitch swung on a fly ball left center field. Tori Hartman is under it in medium depth left center for the first out here in the 6th inning. So 1 down, nobody on. Abby Myers to the plate. Reached down an error in the first, single to center in the third, fouled out to left in the 4th. Looking ahead to the Vikings half of the 6th, it'll be Twait, Shelton, and Hoyme. As the pitch taken high, it is 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch in there for a strike. Good movement on the off-speed offering from Shelton. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Bobcats have scored in the last 2 innings after scoring in the first. And as Terry Olson officially reports the re-entry of Cassie Hoyme, who was run for by Riley Hubka in the bottom of the 5th inning. Griff takes a couple of moments, takes a couple of deep breaths, enjoys some moments in the sun, and here we go. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 down. The pitch swinging a foul back to the screen. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 4-3 Western Dubuque. It's been a competitive, compelling game, although not very clean at times. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch swinging a foul back. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jesse Hallwig. Woo! 1-2 the count. The pitch. That's a changeup that hit the plate and caroms over the head of Stolberger, so it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Hot night here in Decorah. The 2-2 delivery swung on a looper into center field and a base hit. So Abby Myers will single to center. That is the 8th hit given up by Lexi Shelton. So runner at first and 1 down, and Ashley Botsforth, who gave Western Dubuque the lead back in the 4th inning, will bat. She walked in the 1st, lined back to the pitcher in the 3rd, and had a 2-run double in the 4th inning. Pitch swung on, line drive up the middle and a base hit. So 1st and 2nd with 1 down. As Bobcats out swinging it here in the 6th inning as they look for some insurance. 1st and 2nd with 1 down. Jesse White will bat. 4-3 Western Dubuque here in the 6th. White an RBI fielder's choice in the 1st, single to center in the 3rd, grounded to short in the 4th. As that one hammered towards center field, Hartman will field on 1 hop. Runners will play it station to station. As everybody moves up 60 feet, Meyer to 3rd, Botsworth to 2nd, and White to 1st on the single. Bases loaded, 1 down. And Marissa Kleesner coming to the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st, single to right in the 3rd, and reached on an error and scored in the 5th. As of this time, that is the go-ahead run. Here's a pop-up first base side, and in foul territory, Cassie Hoyme will make the catch for a big 2nd out. So Kleesner will foul out, as Hoyme had a beat on that one and caught the ball maybe 20 feet from home plate and foul ground. So there's 2 down, bases still loaded, and Abby Kerprick will bat. She'll look the first one low from Shelton, 1 ball, no strikes. Kerprick grounded to 3rd in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, fly to center in the 5th. A 4-3 lead for Western Dubuque here in the 6th. Pitch taken low, nice stop by Stolberger. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to count. 2-0. Swung on and a ground ball toward short. Peyton Shirley picks it up, throws on to first base, and Kerprick retired 6-3. And out of all that, no runs given up by the Vikings. 3 hits, 3 left. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It is Chelsea Twait, Lexi Shelton, and Maria Hoyme coming to the plate as the Vikes trailing at 4-3. Chelsea Twait will start things here in the bottom of the 6th inning. She was at bat in the 5th when Lindsey Smith was caught stealing. It's a 4-3 lead for Western Dubuque. Twait walked and scored in the first, popped to third in the third. 0 for 1. And the first pitch, a changeup taken low. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Lebeseder has given up 4 hits, 3 runs. All of them have been earned, or 2 of them have been earned, I should say. The 1-0 delivery swung on, hammered third base side foul off the fencing in front of the third base Decorah dugout, and that woke up a few kids over there. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. One sails high. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to count. She's walked 1, she's walked 2, and she struck out 2. As the pitch goes low, it's now 3-1 on Chelsea Twait. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Here it comes, the pitch inside corner for a strike. Good location here on 3-1 from Lebeseder. And now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes on Twait, to be followed by Shelton, then Hoyme. The pitch swung on, popped up third base side. Mayers in foul ground will make the catch. And there's 1 down here in the 6th inning. So 1 down, nobody on. And Lexi Shelton will bat. She's got the only RBI of the 3 for Decorah. An RBI double, a run scored in the first. She fouled out to third in the 4th. She'll swing at the first one, ground 1 to the left side, picked up there by Kerprick, and she'll throw to first base to retire Shelton, 6-3. So 2 down here in the 6th inning. Defense has been the difference in this one. Decorah with 4 errors and Western Dubuque with 1 thus far. And Maria Hoyme will come to the plate. Pitch low, 1 ball, no strikes. Hoyme popped to second in the first, grounded to third in the 4th. As always, scoring decisions are graded on a curve. 1-0 delivery in there for a strike on the outside edge. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. All 4 runs for Western Dubuque unearned, but they all count on the board. 1-1 delivery. Here's ground ball to the third base side. Underneath the glove of Mayers, picked up at short by Kerprick. And Hoyme will reach here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. It'll be the 2nd error of the night for Western Dubuque. As if Myers at third fields that cleanly, the inning is over. And Shelby Stahlberger will bat. 2 down, runner at first, bottom of the 6th inning, a 4-3 lead as Stahlberger smokes one toward short, and a leaping grab is made by Kerprick to end the inning. 1 error, 1 left. We head to the 7th. Western Dubuque leading by a 4-3 margin. We interrupt this episode of Dancing with the Stars to get you back to softball. Western Dubuque leading 4-3 as we go to the top half of the 7th inning. Allison Schmidt, Molly Lebeseder, and Reagan Hafler here in the 7th inning to face Lexi Shelton, who's given up 10 hits, 4 unearned runs, has walked 2, and has struck out 1. Swing and a foul back off the mask of the home plate umpire, Kerry Griffith, and it's 1 strike to nothing. Western Dubuque a run in the 1st inning on a Jesse White RBI fielder's choice. Vikes got 2 in that frame. Shelton RBI double and an error scored the runs. Pitch goes high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Western Dubuque took the lead, which they currently hold with a 2-out, 2-run double by Ashley Botsford in the 4th inning. As that one hard hit and into left field for a base hit. 11th hit for the Bobcats as Schmidt with a solid single to left. 1 on, nobody out here in the 7th inning. A 2-out RBI single by Molly Lebeseder will come to the plate. Reached on an error in the 2nd, reached on an error scored in the 4th. And got an RBI single in the fifth. Fly ball center field and deep. Retreating is Tori Hartman. She makes a two-handed catch in deep center field. The first out in the seventh inning. Vikes will have the bottom third of their order due in the seventh inning. Cassie Hoyme and Jenna Iverson, as well as Becca Alcock. That was the part of the order that got them their run in the fifth inning, which scored on a wild pitch. As first pitch taken high, it is 1 ball, no strikes to Reagan Hafler. Hafler hit or sacrificed a runner up in the second, single and scored in the fourth, and grounded to the pitcher in the fifth. 1-0, low and outside for 2 balls and no strikes. First of a doubleheader here tonight, as these two teams making up a couple of games that they lost throughout the course of the campaign. Pitch on the outside edge for a strike. It is 2 balls and 1 strike. Top of the order, and Zoe Weber on deck. 2-1. Slap bunt attempt foul. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to count now. Two and two with 1 down. The pitch low and outside. It's now 3-2. Swing and a miss. Shelton gets her second strikeout as Hafler. Fans on the rise, ball high and outside. Runner at first, 2 down. And Zoe Weber trying for another 2-out rally for Western Dubuque. Weber batting for the 5th time, singled and scored in the first, fly to center in the second, sacrificed a runner up in the 4th, and fly to center in the 6th. And a pitch in there for a strike. It is 0-1. In Cassie Hoyme, Jenna Iverson, Becca Alcock, the bottom third of the order due for the Vikings in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 0-1 delivery, runner goes, and the pitch gets by Stahlberger. Stopping at second, though, is Schmidt. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Weber, who will now bat with the runner in scoring position. The Bobcats have scored 3 of their 4 runs with 2 outs. 1-1 in the pitch. Swung on a fly ball, left field and deep. Retreating is Lindsey Smith. Near the fence will make the catch to retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left. Vikes need 1 to tie, 2 to win. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is 4-3 Western Dubuque. Bottom of the 7th inning we go. Cassie Hoyme will bat, trying to start a rally for Decorah. They trail it 4-3. They're getting out hit by a 10-4 margin, or correction, 11-4 margin. They're out erroring Western Dubuque 4-2. Bobcats, the stat that probably gives them the most heartburn, are 11 runners left on base as compared to only 3 for Decorah. Granted, you got to get them on base to leave them on, so the Bobcats have had a ton more runners, as swinging a foul back off the bat of Hoyme. No balls, 1 strike. Hoyme struck out swinging in the first. Singled to left in the 5th. Up again here in the 7th inning as she tries to start a rally for her squad. The pitch swung on a ground ball, left side, knocked down there by the shortstop. Kerprick throws to first base. The throw is wild, but Hoyme had beaten it. And with nobody out, you better play it safe as Hoyme stays at first base. And Jenna Iverson will come to the plate. It looks like Hoyme will be lifted for a pinch runner for the 2nd time, so if this goes extra, she's done. It'll be Tess Olinger running at first base for Hoyme. And Jenna Iverson will bat. She fly to center in the 2nd, struck out swinging here in the 5th. Well, Jenna hasn't had a home run since May 31st. One here would be kind of sweet. But tie the game and win the game any way you want to. Can't be too picky. Jenna's 0 for 2. She does square to bunt, and she does so up the third base side foul. No balls, 1 strike. But bunting definitely the right call here because you got Becca Alcock on deck, who is 2 for 2. If you can get that runner into scoring position, got a better chance to tie the game that way. The 0-1 delivery bunted up the third base side, and it rolls, and it stays fair. Jenna couldn't have rolled that one out there any better. It was up the third base line. Myers was charging hard and overran it a bit. Her hope was that ball was going to roll foul. It did not. A bunt single for Iverson, first and second, with nobody out. And now Western Dubuque's coach out to talk to her infield and battery. So first and second with nobody out. As the conversations continue. And Becca Alcock will come to the plate after the conversations are done. She's 2 for 2. Lebazeder throws high, 1 ball, no strikes. Tying run at second, winning run at first. Pitch taken low. It is 2 balls, no strikes. Lebazeder ready. Bunting is Alcock right in front of the plate. She's going to throw it at third, and the out is recorded there. No, it's a safe call at third. It was right in front of the plate. Weber took a gamble and threw to third base, and getting there standing was Olinger, so an infield bunt single by Alcock, bases loaded. And nobody out. Maddie Eady, the runner at second, Olinger at third, and Becca Alcock at first. And now the top of the order, and Tori Hartman will stand in, and she'll look at the first one out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Hartman 0 for 3, grounded to third in the first, fly to left in the third, and hit into a force play in the fifth. 1-0 delivery. Swung on, ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Scoring is Tess Olinger. Maddie Eady coming to the plate. She will score without a play, and that's a Viking victory. A 2-run single here in the bottom of the 7th inning for Tori Hartman. Plates 2, and Decorah defeats Western Dubuque in come from behind fashion here in game 1 of this doubleheader, 5-4. 5 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors, and 4 left for Decorah. 4 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors, and 11 left for Western Dubuque. Lexi Shelton will get the win in the circle for Decorah. Lexi is now 7-9 on the season. And the losing pitcher is Western Dubuque's Molly Lebazeder. She is now 9-12. So the Vikings improved to 14-16 overall, and Western Dubuque drops to 14-20 overall. We'll have game 2 of this doubleheader coming up here in about 15-20 minutes, right here on Vikings Radio 1240 KDEC.